I used to think mornings in college felt like freedom. That day started like a movie. Sun coming through the blinds. Music low on my phone, old R&B, something smooth. I just turned 19 last week and my roommates still joked about me being the baby. My hair was down past my shoulders, messy but in a good way. I grabbed my backpack, checked myself in the mirror. All right, TJ, main character energy. I laughed. Life felt like it was starting. Campus was loud, alive. Students everywhere, laughing, walking fast, chasing futures. I smelled fresh coffee, heard sneakers squeaking on the gym floor nearby, someone blasting drill music from their car. I was in such a good mood I bought 2 breakfast sandwiches, ate one walking and saved the other for after class. Things were perfect. Then every phone in the courtyard buzzed at once. A sound I'd never heard before. Deep, metallic, like it shook my chest from the inside. Everyone froze. I pulled my phone out, expecting a weather alert or amber alert. Instead, the screen went white, then blood red. Global emergency alert. World leaders missing. Remain indoors. Avoid unknown individuals. Information restricted for civilian safety. People laughed at first. Thought it was a glitch, a joke, maybe some new campus drill. I didn't laugh. My phone shook again, harder this time. Words blurred like something was breathing behind the screen. Then a video autoplayed. Static. Crackling. A forest burning, trees black against orange flame. A man stepped forward. Black suit. Pale, scarred face. Expression cold enough to choke the air out of my lungs. Not angry. Not chaotic. Calculated. Ancient. Wrong. His eyes scanned like he could see through the screen. Through me. Do not fear, he whispered, voice too soft for how loud it felt in my head. We are returning. Students around me stopped talking. Phones slipped from hands. Someone started crying. A girl whispered a prayer. The man's face twitched like he was learning how to smile for the first time in centuries. Your leaders have been reclaimed. Soon, your world will follow. Behind him, I saw moving shapes, silhouettes in royal outfits, suits, military uniforms. Faces slack and gray like dolls left in water. The screen flashed. We are here. Then it all went black. No more music. No campus noise. Even the birds were silent. I suddenly felt watched. Not from the sky. Not from the screen. Right behind me. My shadow wasn't matching me anymore. It stood straighter, taller, smiling. And for the first time in my life, on my happiest day, I felt the world end. Nobody moved at first. Hundreds of students in the courtyard, phones still in their hands, breathing shallow, waiting for someone, anyone, to say it was a prank. Then somebody screamed, and just like that, the world snapped. People stampeded, coffee cups flying, backpacks dropped, shoes slapping pavement. I swear someone was praying out loud, begging God to wake them up like it was a dream. I couldn't move at first. I kept staring at my shadow, tilted its head at me. My head didn't move. A cold chill crawled up my spine like fingers made of ice. Bro, nah, nope, I whispered, forcing myself to step away. But the shadow stayed still, smiling wider than a shadow should be able to. I didn't breathe, not until someone grabbed my arm. TJ, move. It was Mia, psychology major, glasses, always joking in class. She looked terrified, hair wild, backpack half-zipped. Where do we go? I asked, voice shaking. The campus shelter building. Come on. We ran. Or tried to. Everyone was sprinting in every direction. Some kids were just frozen, staring up at the sky like the next alert might fall from it. But then the next alert came, not from phones. From the campus speakers. They crackled, a piercing metal distortion, then a voice. Stay inside. Do not look directly at unfamiliar faces. They will not look human for long. Mia grabbed my wrist harder. Don't look at people. Just run. I tried, I really did. But curiosity kills, right? I made the mistake. I glanced. A man near the fountain, a professor maybe, stood completely still while everyone ran around him. His suit was neat, glasses perfect, but his skin looked too tight on his skull, like it was borrowed. His eyes were wrong, glass black, hollow, and stretching. His neck cracked sideways like something inside was adjusting him, rotating him into the right shape. I froze. He looked at me, not around, at me. Mia dragged me. TJ, don't look, don't look, don't look. The professor's jaw unhinged. Not dropped, unhinged, like a dislocated puppet. His mouth stretched open, wider, wider, skin tearing, teeth scraping, an empty scream coming from a throat that wasn't human anymore. The emergency speaker shrieked again. Run. Do not engage. They are replacing us. The thing lunged. I swear I felt the air rip. We dove behind a row of drink machines. My heart was punching my ribs so hard I thought it'd break bone. Mia grabbed my face, breath shaking. Why was it looking at you like that? I didn't know. I didn't want to know. But deep down, like something waking up inside me, I felt a pull. Like the thing recognized me. Like it thought I belonged to them. I thought running was the worst part. I was wrong. Screaming started behind us. Wet screaming, the kind that doesn't stop. The kind you hear and know there's no saving whoever's making it. Mia yanked me towards the cafeteria building. Glass shattered. Someone shouted, "Don't let them touch you." I glanced back. Stupid. But my eyes wouldn't obey fear anymore. They just looked. A girl was on the ground, clawing at the concrete, leaving bloody scratches. Something on top of her, crawling over her like it was wearing her skin like clothes. It tore down her back, fingers sinking in like the spine was a zipper. And then it pulled. Her body opened like a jacket. Skin peeled off in one piece. Blood poured like someone kicked over a bucket. Her bones collapsed under it, soft, snapping, folding. And then the thing slipped inside her skin like sliding into a coat. The screaming didn't stop immediately. There were leftover echoes, like her soul was still realizing it lost. When the thing sat up, wearing her body, her face twitched like puppet strings learning how to move the mouth. Her voice cracked wrong. Wet. Help me. But the eyes, stretched too wide, glossy and black like jelly. Not human. Never again human. I gagged, stomach twisting, heat rushing up my throat. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Mia slapped me hard. Move, TJ. We bolted again, dodging bodies. Some were curled in bloody piles, some twitching like something was crawling under their skin, learning how to fit. A guy ran past us, or thought he did, until his legs crumbled mid-step, splitting at the knees. Bones speared out like chalk snapping. He flopped face first, tried to push himself up, but his arms bent backwards, wrong direction. His back bubbled. Something pushing up from underneath. I didn't stay to see it finish. We crashed into the cafeteria, slamming the door behind us. About maybe 20 students inside. Shaking, crying, barricading with vending machines and chairs. One kid whispered, "They're not killing us, they're..." His voice choked. He started convulsing. Veins bulged in his neck, turning black, spreading like ink under his skin. Mouth foamed. Eyes rolled backward until only white was left. Crack. His jaw snapped sideways. Crack, crack. His ribs rippled as something moved inside, pushing them apart like fingers pressing through blinds. Everyone backed up. Blood leaked from his nose, ears, fingernails. Then his skin split up the spine, a clean line, like it was always meant to open. I whispered, "Oh my God!" A wet hand, bone showing through, reached out first, then a second, peeling him open like a hoodie. Mia grabbed my arm again, shaking hard. Why are they looking at you first?" The creature inside turned its head and smiled at me, blood dripping off teeth that weren't teeth anymore, jagged like broken ceramic. It whispered, "You're late." My knees nearly gave out. I didn't know what it meant, but my bones felt wrong, like something was waking up inside them. Not sickness, not infection, recognition. Mia pulled a fire axe off the wall. Her hands were shaking so violently I thought she'd drop it. "TJ." She swallowed hard, tears in her eyes. "If you change, I'll kill you first." I didn't tell her the truth. I didn't say that when the creature spoke. A tiny voice inside me whispered back. The cafeteria windows exploded inward. Glass and screams everywhere. Students ducked, some cut, some bleeding, everyone scrambling to press against tables and overturn chairs. Then we heard boots. Heavy, synchronized. Not chaos purpose. Soldiers in black armor stormed in. Gas masks, rifles up, red laser dots skating across panicked faces. One shouted, "Everyone on the ground. Now!" We obeyed. Everyone except the half-opened creature kid. Still twitching on the floor, torso peeled open like a cracked egg. A soldier fired without hesitation, 3 shots. Blood splashed across tiles. But then, the soldier turned the gun on the students closest to it. No witnesses. Cull potential carriers. Someone screamed, "We're not infected." Bang. They dropped. The room erupted again. Not running this time, just horror collapsing on itself. People begging. Others frozen. Someone puke sobbing on the floor. Mia tightened her grip on the fire axe like she could actually do something. "They're killing everyone." Commander stepped inside. His mask had a different filter, wide, insect-like. "Containment breach confirmed. Terminate all civilians." My lungs locked. Not save us. Not rescue. Erase us. Another student tried to crawl as quietly as possible, until a soldier shot him in the back. His scream turned into a gargle. Blood spread under him like a dark, growing puddle, touching my shoe. I couldn't move. Couldn't blink. Terror should have ripped me apart, but instead something colder slid through me. Not fear. Instinct. A soldier pointed at me. "Scan that one." A handheld scanner beeped against my neck. Green flash. The soldier froze. Negative infection signature. The commander turned. "Impossible. None are immune." He walked closer. Black glass lenses stared into me. My heart beat wrong. Too slow, too powerful. Like a drum echoing from somewhere old. He scanned me again. Green. Bright. Unmistakable. "Subject shows adapted genetic pattern," he said, voice lower, uncertain. Soldiers shifted, nervous. Weapons lowered, then raised again, confused. Mia's eyes snapped to me, terrified. "TJ, what does that mean?" I didn't answer. Not because I didn't want to. Because a voice inside me answered for me. "We evolve. We survive." Not a thought. Not mine. Something else. The commander leaned in. "Your kind shouldn't activate this early." I almost choked. "My kind." Before he could speak again, a soldier screamed. One of the corpses they'd piled twitched, then folded backwards. Bones reshaping, skin stretching like melting wax. It rose on broken limbs. Then another body twitched. And another. The dead started waking up wrong. Jerking, laughing wet, faces bending like rubber pulled too far. Chaos erupted. Soldiers fired wildly. Bullets ripping flesh, spraying gore across the walls. But the bodies kept coming, crawling through blood, jaws opening too wide, teeth growing like glass shards. I felt heat boil behind my eyes, pressure in my veins, like something in me wanted out. Mia saw it, saw my pupils stretch, saw veins turn faint silver under my skin. "TJ?" she whispered, voice cracking. A soldier aimed at me. Mutation detected. "Shoot." But before he fired, the crawling corpse launched and tore half his throat out. Blood erupted like a fountain, spraying my face warm and metallic. And the worst part? For 1 second, 1 heartbeat, I liked the taste. No one ever figured out how it spread. Not before it was too late. It wasn't in the air. Wasn't in water. Wasn't a bite. It was worse. It was proximity. If they touched you, whispered near you, breathed near you, it didn't infect your body. It infected your reflection, your shadow, your echo, your sense of you. That's how the ones who didn't bleed, didn't scream, didn't get scratched still turned. They didn't catch it. They got replaced from the inside. Chaos exploded in the cafeteria. Corpses crawling, soldiers firing, students running. body splitting and peeling like fruit skin under shaking knives. And in the middle of it, me. My veins burned like electricity. Silver spiderwebs raced under my skin. My bones shifted, not breaking, shaping, like they remembered something I didn't. A soldier grabbed his radio, voice shaking. Command, we found one. He's not human. Copy, we found an adaptive. He looked at me, choked, lowered his voice. He's waking up. Mia backed away from me, face pale, tears streaked down her cheeks. TJ, please don't change. I wanted to answer her. I wanted to say I wouldn't. I wanted to still be me. But my body didn't care what I wanted. Heat built in my chest like something alive was clawing to break out. The room got sharper. Every sound too clear, every heartbeat in reach, every drop of blood loud as rain on metal. I could smell fear like it was meat cooking. The soldier aimed at my head. Target TJ Adeyemi. Mutating. Authorization to put him down. Then it happened. My spine arched, bones popping loud like gunshots. Fingers bent backward, then forward again, longer, harder, hooked. My teeth multiplied. Skin split down my back, not ripping open but adjusting to fit something bigger, hungrier. A roar tore out of me. Not human, not animal, ancient. Like the world heard an ancestor scream. Students fell. Soldiers froze. Creatures stopped crawling and bowed, low, twitching worship. I didn't walk. I moved, fast like gravity was optional. I hit the nearest soldier so hard his ribs collapsed inward like stepped on cardboard. His spine punched out the front of his chest in a wet burst. Blood sprayed over my face. Warm, metallic, familiar. I didn't gag this time. I devoured. Another soldier tried to run. Didn't get 2 steps before I tore through armor like tinfoil, ripping him in half. Guts slapped the floor. His legs twitched separately. I heard screaming. Maybe mine. Maybe theirs. Didn't matter. For the first time, I wasn't prey. I wasn't running. I was apex. Then, a voice boomed through every speaker, every radio, every vibrating bone in my body. Subject TJ has activated. Class, Sovereign. The soldiers stopped firing mid-reload. Do not terminate. Restrain for containment. He is one of the originals. Originals? Mia crawled backward, sobbing, staring at me like I wasn't TJ anymore. Maybe I wasn't. The soldier with the radio, bleeding out, whispered, "They're not trying to survive. They're reclaiming the world. And you," he coughed blood, spitting teeth. "You're their king." Something inside me, something old and terrible, liked that. A lot. The cafeteria smelled like copper and meat. Bodies everywhere. Blood dripping off my claws, pooling around my feet. Mia stared at me from behind a flipped table, shaking like she'd fall apart if she blinked wrong. "TJ, you gotta fight it. Please." Her voice cut through the hunger boiling under my skin. I tried to blink, force myself human, but my eyelids didn't close all the way. My pupils were wrong, stretched and glowing faint silver like moonlight in someone else's nightmare. The soldiers outside barked orders, rifles reloading, boots pounding. Contain sovereign class asset. Do not kill. Target is one of the originals. That word again. Originals. My bones twitched, like they remembered something I didn't. Then it hit me. A memory not earned by my life, but carved in my blood. Not a flashback. More like an echo. A world darker than Earth. Tall, black structures. Bodies in armor like living shadows. Voices made of vibration, not sound. People not humans, enthroned in darkness, ruling something ancient and endless. My vision snapped back. Mia's voice cracked. "TJ, what does that mean? Originals?" I swallowed or tried to. My throat wasn't fully mine. "I don't know," I rasped. My voice had layers, human, and something deeper underneath, like 2 throats speaking at once. "But I think we were here first." I didn't know how I knew, but I knew. Humans weren't the beginning. We were, and we were coming back. My hands twisted, bones sliding under skin. My spine stretched tight like it wanted to burst through again. Hunger surged. I wanted to tear, eat, rule. But Mia was staring at me with tears like she believed I could fight it. "Stay with me, TJ," she whispered. "You're still you." I clutched my head, claws scraping my skull. "Don't come near me." A creature on the floor, skin loose, face stretched, whispered in a voice like broken glass. "Your throne waits, sovereign. Remember your dominion." I roared back, slamming my claws into the floor to keep from ripping its throat out. "Stop calling me that." Concrete cracked. Dust rained. My bones shrank, painfully, like something was grinding them with a file. My fingers flexed, claws retracting, ribs stitching back under skin. I forced breath, forced shape, forced TJ back. My face reformed last, teeth shrinking, jaw correcting. Blood dripped off me like I'd sweated it. When I finally collapsed on my knees, I looked human again. Shaking, barely breathing human. Mia rushed forward, stopping inches away, scared to touch me. "TJ, are you you?" I nodded, trembling. "I'm trying." A loudspeaker blasted from outside again. "Sovereign asset confirmed. Prepare transport. Do not let him awaken again." Awaken. So this wasn't transformation. It was remembering. Mia gripped my arm. "We need to run. They don't want to save you. They want to use you." I staggered to my feet, legs barely holding. "I don't want to be their king," I whispered. Somewhere deep inside, a voice answered, "You already are." And for a heartbeat, I agreed with it. "Kneel, my child. Your starved world is ready. We harvest." Something inside me bends. No. I grit my teeth until they crack. Blood runs down my lips, turning black halfway. "I'm not yours." The eye narrows. Time holds its breath. The soldier whispers, horrified and awestruck, "Kid, if you defy him, he'll wipe out humanity just to reclaim you." I rise slowly, body shaking, gold fire leaking from my veins. "Then let him try." My voice is not just mine anymore. A war between flesh and divinity twisting every syllable. The clouds roar. The world answers. War between creator and creation begins in silence. The clouds churn like a wounded animal above us, that colossal golden eye staring through the atmosphere and into me. Deeper than bone, deeper than soul. It looks at me the way a father looks at a failing heir. Disappointment, ownership, hunger. The asphalt vibrates. The kneeling infected sob black mucus as if God himself stepped on their lungs. The soldier beside me can't breathe. Choking, body trembling like his skeleton's trying to crawl out of him. I stand anyway, barely. Every inch of me is screaming to kneel, to surrender, to return to what I was designed to be. A prince of extinction, a seed of empire, a harvester of worlds. But I feel something the king never designed. Fear, anger, choice. Humanity, messy and stubborn, is louder than the thing in my blood. I spit black gold blood and glare at the sky. I said no. The earth cracks under my feet like reality flinched. A sound tears through the world. Not rage, not pain. A father's offended amusement. Then a voice booms across every atom, through every infected throat, through my bones. "You think you were born here? You were placed here, a crown buried in mud, a seed in broken flesh. You are ours." The sky rips open, and he descends. A shape the human I shouldn't understand. Tendrils that move like galaxies spiraling, bone architecture unfolding. A crown of flesh marble thorns. Limbs bloom, then retract. Wings become arms, become fractal geometry. He is creation as weapon. Evolution with teeth. A god that remembers eating its father. And he's my creator. I feel my knees buckle. My spine cracks, lengthening. Teeth push forward. My shadow stretches toward him like a loyal dog. I grab the pavement, anchoring myself, fingers digging into concrete until it shatters. "I made friends here," I whisper. "I dreamed here. I lived here. My voice distorts, both human and something that should never speak. And I choose here. The king pauses. Every infected shrieks in agony. Minds breaking from my defiance. One bursts open like an overripe carcass. Another claws its own eyes out. The world convulses at my choice. The king's voice drops to a hush, colder than a dying universe. Then you are a failed blueprint. A tendril descends with the weight of a planet. I don't dodge. I erupt. Bones rip free like blades, golden ichor spraying, tendrils exploding from my spine in a crown burst. My scream shakes windows miles away. My flesh warps, skin burning with ancestral memory and rebellion. A new form, built from royalty but warped by humanity's stubborn soul. I meet the king's strike. Concrete atomizes. Air liquefies. My bones crack. My flesh melts. I hold. For 1 second, I hold a god back with human will. The soldier watches, tears bleeding from his eyes from the pressure, whispering like he's watching the end of religion. Do it, kid, end this. My ribs shatter. A tendril spears through my chest. Hot golden light pours from me like I'm bleeding a star. I roar not in rage, in defiance. I am not your world eater. I twist and break the tendril off inside me. The king's shock ripples the sky. Then his fury comes like the sun collapsing. More tendrils fall. I can't stop them all. I don't. I leap, claws, bone, burning blood, straight into the core of him. He tears me apart. I tear back. Immortal flesh versus mortal rebellion. He rips my arm off. I drive bone through his eye. The world shakes. Skyscrapers crumble. The atmosphere screams. He whispers in my ear, like command, like love twisted into hunger. Then die as a mistake. My body collapses, flame blood spilling, form dissolving. But I smile through the pain, teeth cracked, flesh unraveling. Not a mistake. I touch his core, a heart sun of living royal tissue. Evolution. I detonate. Everything goes white. The scream of a god dying sounds like a universe giving birth through blood. And then, silence. When the smoke clears, I'm on my knees, human again, bleeding real red, chest torn open. The king's colossal corpse rains down as golden dust, dissolving into nothing. The infected, dead, freed, released. Humanity, safe. The soldier crawls to me, eyes wide with disbelief. You did it. I laugh weakly, coughing blood. No, I just died slower. My body is breaking apart. Cells unraveling. I used everything. I'm not recovering. He grips my shoulder. We'll get help. No, you won't. I smile, tired. I didn't beat him. I replaced him. Something like me isn't meant to live long here. The sky is quiet. Then, a soft cry. A small figure stands in the dust. A boy, barefoot, golden eyes, black veins like ribbons, innocent face. My breath stops. My son, made in the explosion of royal biology, born from my final act. King lineage reborn, purer, stronger. He looks at me with sadness ancient and young all at once. Father. The soldier backs away, terrified. The boy kneels before me gently. You chose them, he says softly. So I will avenge you. My heart sinks. No, that's not what I wanted. His eyes glow like twin suns. Humanity made you suffer. They feared you. They hunted you. They would do it again. I try to reach him, hand shaking. Don't be what we were. He touches my face, gentle, almost loving. I will be better. A pause. Better predators. I fade. The world blurs. My last breath escapes. As long as you remember mercy. He closes his small hand around mine. Only for you. My vision darkens. The last thing I see. His silhouette rising as humanity's armies approach and kneel to him against their will, guns shaking in their hands. A new king. A new era. Born from my rebellion. And the war I tried to stop. It's only beginning. The air is quiet. Not the fearful silence of a world under a throne, but a heavy, respectful stillness, like the planet itself remembers. A lone figure walks through the ruins of the old city, barefoot, clothes made from living shadow that moves when he breathes. He looks young, maybe 10, maybe older, but his eyes are older than extinction. Golden, unblinking, inherited. He steps through cracked asphalt and melted metal, where once gods fought and humanity trembled. At the center, covered in ash and wildflowers that grew overnight without seeds, lies a stone marker. No name carved, just the memory of a boy who tried to be human. TJ. The child kneels. No army behind him. No roaring. No infected kneeling in worship. Just him. And his father's grave. He places a hand on the earth, and the ground glows faint gold, as if it remembers TJ's warmth. "I found you," the boy whispers softly. His voice is gentle, far too gentle for someone who could command a world to kneel. "You saved them." Wind moves, lifting dust like breath. "You died for them." His fingers tremble. He doesn't cry. Royalty doesn't need tears, but his voice cracks like a child learning sadness for the first time. "I was born from your love for this world, and I don't understand it." His golden eyes dim slightly. "I want to destroy them. Everything inside me tells me to. They feared you, hunted you. They made you bleed." A long pause. A leaf drifts past him, peacefully. "But you didn't hate them." He closes his eyes, absorbing that truth like a wound that won't heal. "I don't know how to forgive. I don't know how to love like you did." The earth hums under his palm, memory, warmth, defiance. A message without words. "Be more than what you were born to be." His shoulders shake. "I will try." The wind stops. The world listens. "I will not be their king," he whispers. "I will not be their god. I will be your son first." The golden aura fades. Only a boy remains. Small, lonely, powerful enough to end planets, yet trying to be gentle for the ghost he loved. "I'll leave this world in peace," he says, voice trembling but true. "And I will learn what you wanted to become." He stands slowly. One last look at the grave. "Goodbye, Dad." He turns, takes one step, then dissolves into soft gold particles, ascending, drifting upward like starlight scattering into the universe. No screams, no war cry, no thunder, just the quiet exit of a god trying to be a boy. The dust fades, the grave remains, and the world breathes freely, saved not by power, but by choice.